along with Bruno Sammartino, welcoming you to Championship Wrestling. This week on Championship Wrestling, we'll have no less than 3 tag team matches. One a most unusual combination. That'll be the forces of the Junkyard Dog, along with George the Animal Steel.
This is going to be an exciting hour. That's going to be an exciting match with those two.
Nikolai Volkov and the Iron Sheik, former tag team champions, also joining us. And to open up things, we'll see the combination of Pedro Morales and the newly crowned Intercontinental Champion once again, Tito Santana.
This is going to be great. A former champion, a present champion, that'll make a great team together.
Also to join us, Randy Macho Man Savage, really making his way in the WWF, and standing by will be Mr. Wonderful himself, Paul Orndorff. But right now, let's go up to the ringside for our very first matchup.
This is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. Introducing first to my right, from Manchester, England, at 228 pounds, the World Wrestling Federation light heavyweight champion, Les Thornton. His partner from parts unknown, weight unknown, Mr. X. Their opponents from Culebra, Puerto Rico, weighing 242 pounds, Pedro Morales. And from Tocula, Mexico, weighing 244 pounds, once again, the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, Tito Santana.
Tito Santana, certainly one of the really big favorites throughout the World Wrestling Federation, as well as Pedro Morales. Pedro, by the way, at one time held the Intercontinental Championship. As a matter of fact, he held it on 2 different occasions, something that Tito Santana can now boast of as well.
That's correct. And also, Morales, as we know, also was the WWF champion, too.
He's won them all, as a matter of fact. At one time, also a tag team champion. So Pedro and Tito Santana, I would suspect, should be quite a formidable tag team.
Indeed, and I'm sure they will. There's a beautiful, whoa. Thornton tried to scoop him up in the air. Morales came down, hanging onto the headlock and taking Thornton right over.
In 1 week's time, the World Wrestling Federation comes back to Lowell, Massachusetts with a sensational card at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium. The main event definitely has been signed. It's the Junkyard Dog taking on Terry Funk. And ladies and gentlemen, Terry Funk, in the relative short time he's been in the WWF, has made a lot of enemies, a lot of hatred, and a lot of controversy. The cloud is deep, intense. Terry Funk in Lowell in 1 week's time, the 4th of August, at the auditorium meeting the Dog.
Pedro taking a few forearms in the midsection area. Les Thornton, capable of going one-on-one with anyone in the WWF. Escaping there, Morales goes over Les Thornton, puts the brakes on, and Morales back in the air, and again takes over Les Thornton. And Mr. X wants to get into the action, and Santana was going to cut him off if the referee did not.
I wonder why Thornton keeps going for that, keeps scooping Morales in the air, thinking he's going to throw him off. And each time Morales, just hangs on and just takes him right over. But hanging on to that headlock, and Thornton can't seem to find a way out. So,
what? Mr. Fuji, manager of here.
What?
What Mr. Fuji, manager of here.
Joining us here in the broadcast booth, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Fuji. Somewhat uninvited and unexpected appearance on the part of Mr. Fuji. What's this about Manager of the Year?
Because Mr. Fuji is best dressed manager. Symbolize Japan of nice look and very thinking mind. Because sometimes Mr. Fuji don't know what he's thinking. So American people, you vote for Mr. Fuji as manager of the year because Mr. Fuji is the manager of the year. Everybody talking about Mr. Fuji.
And Mr. Fuji, you feel that you are deserving of that honor of being Manager of the Year?
Yes, sir. I feel in heart
based
and
upon
mind.
what? In your heart and your mind, based upon what you did last week, you in Morocco? Huh?
On a little bit punishment to a boy from Hawaii. Because we show Morocco is king from Hawaii. We prove to everybody that he's king from Hawaii. This steamboat is just a little boy son trying to be karate man, which is good karate man. But Mr. Fuji is the best karate man ever to come in the United States. All right, any doubt. And this man, steamboat, is very good. Very, very good.
Mr. Fuji,
he suffer. He
yes,
suffer.
Indeed he did.
American, you see, you vote for Mr. Fuji for manager of the year. Okay?
All right. right, so there you have all of the reasons why, according to Mr. Fuji, you should vote for him as Manager of the Year.
Meanwhile, in the ring, Vince, Mr. X and Thornton were doing a number on Santana, but Santana got himself out of trouble and just tagged Pedro Morales, who came in and just gave a nice lift to Mr. X.
Pedro Morales with Mr. X now pretty much in control. I think he's going to whip him into Santana. Yes, he does. Morales with Mr. X, whips him to the rope, off, and oh my, doubles him up. Santana off the rope, forearm. Sterling X, 2 and 3, yes, sir. Pedro Morales and Tito Santana. What a tag team. Wow.
Here are your winners, the team of Pedro Morales and Tito Santana.
Pedro Morales and Tito Santana. Let's go back and take another look, Bruno.
Exciting bout. Here comes Santana, just tagged Morales, and then look, he comes across with his flying body press, and along with that shot right in the side of the head of Mr. X. X goes down, and there's the count of 1, 2, 3. Santana, Morales are victor.
And we're likely to see more of this combination in the weeks to come. All right, ladies and gentlemen, standing by, an update, a very special update, as a matter of fact.
Greg Valentine is not the type of man to let a negative mark in a record book stop him from running riot. In any case, the way he sees it, losing the Intercontinental crown was a bad decision by a bad referee. Therefore, according to him, he didn't lose that match. Give me just one title shot, and I'll show you how to deal with Santana, says Valentine. We'll put Santana back in hospital so fast with broken legs, he'll think he's broken the sound barrier too, says manager Jimmy Hart. Let us look at this devious pair in action. Mouth of the South Jimmy Hart wants his man, Greg Valentine, to regain the Intercontinental Championship. He'll go to any lengths to achieve this. You can bet your bottom dollar the diminutive music man has a cunning plan up his colorful sleeve. For update, this is Lord Alfred Hayes.
A one-fall contest. In the ring at this time, to my right, from Hoboken, New Jersey, weighing 235 pounds, Mario Mancini. And his opponent, from Sarasota, Florida, weighing 239 pounds, professional wrestling's #1 free agent, Randy Macho Man Savage.
Let's pick up what he is saying if we can. The Macho Man is looking for a manager. Or either you could say that, or the managers are certainly giving the Macho Man the once-over. Look at that. The Macho Man looks like a giant butterfly in there at the moment.
He really does. Really provides for a lot of action at ring. And talk about managers, I can imagine people like Blasty, Heenan, Fuji. They all must really be opening up their wallets trying to get this talent.
It was reported, it has not been verified, but it was reported that in essence, Bruno Arnold Skolin was interested in.
Is that right?
Yes, indeed. Of course, you're a longtime manager for years and years.
Well, that would surprise me. I'll be honest with you, Vince, because of these tactics that the Macho Man uses. That is not the liking of an Arnold Skolin.
Again, we hasten to say that was unqualified, but nonetheless it was reported Skolin, along with so many other managers, were interested in the athletic prowess of this individual.
Well, he certainly is a very talented man, although you can disagree with the tactics he used in that ring. But I'll tell you, he is tough. He can wrestle. He can be extremely vicious. He does moves in there like no one's ever done before.
It is going to be a big night of the World Wrestling Federation in Lowell at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium on the 4th of August at 8 p.m. Great names signed include the Macho Man, Randy Savage, Greg the Hammer Valentine, Brutus Beefcake, Ricky the Dragon Steamboat, and as we mentioned earlier, the Junkyard Dog one-on-one with Terry Funk at the Lowell Memorial Auditorium on Sunday, August 4th.
Got it both directions, knee to the back of the head, and the throat catching the top buckle, I believe. Cover by the Macho Man. One is all he wanted.
He timed it perfectly. When he saw Mancini how far he was from the rope, he just came and really put his weight behind that knee. Ooh, look at this, right outside the ring. And he really caught him up high. Now look at this. Look at this. From the top rope, Mancini's on the floor.
Mancini better watch himself. The Macho, here he comes.
Wow.
Right across the back.
That's what I mean. He does stuff from the top rope, gone onto that floor like nobody like I've ever seen before. He is really something.
Ooh, wow, you can hear the smack of the flesh. Mancini hurled back into the ring. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, back in with him. A quick cover. No, he didn't want it. Now that could cause disqualification if that continues.
He certainly is risking getting disqualified, and I don't know why. And there he goes
Mancini,
again.
apparently no match, at least not thus far for the Macho Man. Randy Savage in a top rope. Drives his man now into the buckle. Savage has him right out in the middle now. Snaps him over. Now the Macho Man back out again. What's he gonna do? Oh my goodness, forget it. A cover. Oh, is that arrogance? That is arrogance. The Macho Man, Randy Savage, a very impressive athlete.
Here is your winner, Randy Macho Man Savage.
All right, let's
Hulk Hogan, baby.
Let's go back now. Take a look at the replay, Bruno.
Look at this. He gets up on the top rope. Now Mancini's laying on the floor after Macho Man gave him a terrific blow. Now look at this. He sets himself up, springs himself off of that top rope, and here he comes. Look at this. Oh, this was from the, I thought this was going to see the finale.
Well, that was almost. As a matter of fact, that was the beginning of the end for sure. For the benefit of those who'd like to vote for Manager of the Year, be it Mr. Fuji or Hillbilly Jim, Captain Lou Alfano, the Mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart, Bobby the Brain Heenan, whomever, we invite you to do so by voting at this address.
All right, fans, stay tuned. We're going to get you back up into the ring in just a moment or two. We are in town awaiting the big one for the Boston Garden on Saturday night, August the 3rd, with an 8 p.m. start. And what a card from top to bottom. Paul Orndorff to meet Rowdy Roddy Piper on August the 3rd at the Garden. In addition, there is tag team action. The magnificent Morocco teaming up with his sometimes manager, in this case tag team partner Mr. Fuji, to meet the Junkyard Dog. And to my immediate left, Ricky Steamboat, my guest this hour. Ricky Steamboat, we all recall the degrading, humiliating act perpetrated by Morocco and Fuji in front of a national television audience. That's one incident you will never forget.
That's true, Gene. Before all this happened, before this all came down on TV, everybody knows that I got Junkyard Dog for a partner. A poi dog, mixed. After he had saw what had happened to me, he came to me. He said, I know what it feels and means to be embarrassed of his mixed blood, the color of his skin. Through the years when he was little, people were calling him Junkyard Dog, looked like a bulldog, and making fun of the color of his skin, the embarrassment. He was trying to comfort me. I grew up knowing the same feeling, the color of my skin, the slant in my eyes. I grew up knowing the same feeling, but never, in the 10 years that I've been wrestling, suffered the embarrassment with my own belt to be hung like a dog on national TV by Fuji and Morocco. You will pay here in Boston. The fist of fury, the hands of steel will cut you
The
down.
man is on fire Saturday, August 3rd in the Garden.
Stone Fall Contest. Ladies and gentlemen, to my left, may I acknowledge the presence outside the ring of Brutus Beefcake and luscious John Valiant. And in the ring to my left, the manager, the mouth of the South, Jimmy Hart. And he represents from Seattle, Washington, weighing 248 pounds, Greg the Hammer Valentine. His opponent from Italy at 238 pounds, Salvatore Bellomo.
Johnny Valiant along with Brutus Beefcake. What they're doing there, Bruno, I don't know.
I don't know either, but Salvatore Bellomo is going to be a very nervous man. First of all, he's meeting a very vicious and tough Greg Valentine, which is quite a chore in itself. And then to worry about having Beefcake and Valiant and Jimmy Hart outside the ring or around the ring.
Valentine, if anything, even more vicious than he was before he lost the Intercontinental title. He's a bitter man right now. I mean, very bitter.
He's very bitter, and he wants to take it out on somebody, and I think it's going to be Salvatore Bellomo, I'm afraid.
Bellomo, nonetheless, a veteran. Bellomo should be able to go with Valentine on a toe-to-toe basis.
He'll certainly give it his best. He's a tough competitor, as you say. Salvatore will always give his best in that ring.
Shoulder breaker down to the canvas. That'll take the starch out of Sal Bellomo. Look at that.
What are the people so excited about?
I don't know. There's a... Oh, my goodness. My goodness.
Uncle Elmer, he's saying to Beefcake and Johnny Valiant, what are you doing out here?
Well, there's no doubt in the scouting reports. Valentine and Beefcake have joined forces in tag team action very, very successfully, I believe, thus far, undefeated. And it could very well be that Uncle Elmer is employing a little psychology right here, along with Hillbilly Jim. What's he saying? Beefcake and Valiant keeping their distance. Meanwhile, you can hear Jimmy Hart with that megaphone. That's the last thing in the world a man like Jimmy Hart should have in his hands.
Well, he's talking, looked like he was talking to Greg, encouraging him to...
Oh, my goodness. Jimmy Hart with that megaphone. That's like having in the hands of Jimmy Hart, too, is all.
I can't understand what he's saying, but it's easy to see what's happening in the ring.
Bellomo. Drop kick. Oh, right in the face. Beautiful maneuver by Salvatore Bellomo. Back there over he goes. Sal Bellomo off the rope. Shoulder block. Down goes Valentine. To the rope again. Cartwheel over Valentine. Oh, to the rope himself. Behind Valentine. Hooks him. Oh. Dropping the elbow, Valentine. Ooh.
Bellomo was doing very well till he made the mistake. He went for a back roll. Valentine hung on to the ropes. He went back, and Valentine has taken over.
Yes, but maybe not for long. Valentine. Ooh. Wow, yes. That could do it.
Yeah, after that blow, I doubt if you're going to see Bellomo come back again. That's a devastating forearm blow.
Valentine with Bellomo out in the middle of the ring now, trying to get the figure four leg lock on him. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. Figure four leg lock applied on Salvatore Bellomo. And yes, Greg Valentine once again prevailing. Jimmy Hart will drive you nuts with that megaphone.
Boy, I'll say, look at this. Look how many in the ring.
All right, we'll get the official decision.
Here is your winner, Greg the Hammer Valentine.
All right, to the replay we go.
There's Jimmy Hart. It's hard to make out what he's saying, but there's Valentine. He's been working on it. Well, here comes the figure 4 leg lock where Salvatore Bellomo gives up.
Yes, indeed, as anyone would in the figure 4 leg lock. Let's take you to the interview.
All right, fans, we're going to get you back into the ring for more exciting World Wrestling Federation action. Roddy Piper standing by, Boston Garden, Saturday, August 3rd, 8 p.m. start. Certainly it is not going to be a walk in the park for you. Mr. Wonderful Paul Orndorff has signed opposite your name on the contract.
Ooh, you're scaring me to death. Certainly won't be a walk in the park for me. Did you make that up all by yourself? Did you do that? Did you make that up when you bought them glasses there? Did you make it up then? It certainly won't be a walk in the park for me. Do you think that I'm afraid to walk in any kind of park? No! I ain't afraid of someone hitting me and knocking me down, because it ain't never happened. Of course, then again, they know that in Boston one day, I had to fight the whole city of Boston. You heard? I won. You ask Hogan. Ask Hogan what happened. Ask Andre the Giant Orndorff. Do you know what you're getting yourself into? Do you know that I carried out a giant in Boston, carried him out bleeding and blithering? Do you know the world's heavyweight champion? I beat him in Boston. Do you know no one has come close to beating me? And all of a sudden I say to myself, Orndorff, why do you even want to fight someone like me? Stupidity. Stupidity comes to mind immediately. Then I think back and I try to justify it, and I think to WrestleMania, and I remember you laying on your back. Reinforces stupidity, doesn't it? No. Wait, did he or did he not lose? Simple question.
Yes.
Yeah. He did lose.
But how
did he lose like this? Wasn't a tough decision. No. Meanwhile, I was fighting the rest of the world. But if you want to be a loser, that's fine with me.
I thank you, Roddy Piper. Paul Orndorff, Boston Garden, Saturday, August 3rd. It's fans. We're back after this.
But don't blame it on me.
Is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. To my right, team number 1, from Atlantic City, New Jersey, weighing 255 pounds, Keith Diamond. His partner from Downers Grove, Illinois, weighing 228 pounds, Leaping Lenny Poffo. And now to my left, may I introduce the manager, the Hollywood fashion plate, Classy Fred Blassie. And Fred Blassie represents the team of, from Tehran, Iran, weighing 258 pounds, the Iron Sheik. And from the Soviet Union, at 313 pounds, Nikolai Volkov. Mr. Volkov, ladies and gentlemen, requests that you all rise and respect his singing of the national anthem of the Soviet Union.
Oh, my goodness. Oh,